then the property was sold back from DHT Investments to the City of Melissa in April 2001 to May 2001 time frame?
Object to form.
I believe I've already answered that once.
Okay. Mr. Dorman, right before the break, I think my question was, who funded DHT Investments?
Object to form.
I don't understand the question.
Okay. DHT Investments bought some property in the City of Melissa and borrowed money from David Moore to do so. My understanding from Mr. Moore is that the loan was for 9% interest. I asked you the question is, who paid the interest payments on the loan, and you said DHT Investments. Do you recall that?
Object to form.
Correct.
Okay. My question is, how did DHT get funded in order to pay its bills?
Object to form.
From the stockholders.
Okay. And who are the stockholders?
Object to form.
Michael Hudson,
Okay.
David Dorman, and Joseph F. Tempesta.
Okay. Is that funded on an as-needed basis?
Object to form.
Yes.
Do you know if payments actually went from DHT Investments to David Moore as interest payments on the DHT property in Melissa?
Object to form.
Don't know.
David Moore was paid off, or at least part of the lien was paid off that this water tower now sits on.
Object to form.
My understanding is the entire loan with David Moore was paid off.
Do you know what the listing price of the property is today?
Object to form.
I believe a guesstimate is in excess of $500,000.
Is that property currently on the market?
Object to form.
Yes.
Through a realtor, or do y'all do it independently?
It is a realtor.
Do you recall the realtor's name?
Object to form.
The sign says Ebby Holiday.
In addition to serving as mayor of the City of Melissa, do you serve on any other boards and commissions?
Melissa Industrial Economic Development Corporation.
How long have you served on the MIDC?
Since 1999.
Okay. Before or after you were a city council person?
After City Council.
Okay. And who appoints the members of the MIDC?
The board appoints, as it relates to that corporation. When I was appointed, I replaced the individual that I won against the election. The city council person that I beat in the election was on the MIEDC.
Okay.
And the policy was, as I understood it, council members are put on it in replace of council members.
Terry Newsom ran against Mr. Kaiser.
I believe so.
At the time, well, before Terry Newsom ran against Mr. Kaiser, did he serve on the MIDC?
Yes.
When Terry Newsom beat him in the election, did she then step into his position on the MIDC?
No, she did not.
Why not?
I don't recall.
Okay. I thought you said earlier that they didn't do that. I don't know what you meant. What's that?
Yeah, object to form.
Okay.
Yeah.
I misunderstood. I thought you said in response to Mr. Abernathy's question, you kind of mumbled, they didn't do that, and I was trying to figure out what you meant and who they was, or who they were.
Object to form.
I don't know what that statement was. All I can tell you is that when, to the best of my recollection, Ms. Newsom was the individual who beat Mr. Kaiser, and no, she did not ever go on the MIEDC.
And if the MIDC is responsible for appointing its own board members, then they decided not to follow their custom of like they did with you, where you beat the guy and you're on the MIDC with Miss Newsom.
Object the form.
I believe at that time there was another candidate who ran. His name was Mr. Ron LaPrade, and Mr. LaPrade was appointed, thereby filling those seats. Whereas I believe, if my recollection serves me right, there was one seat vacated, but 2 city council members elected. And I believe Mr. LaPrade chose to go on MIEDC.
Even though it was Kaiser's position in the first place, to which Miss Newsom assumed.
Object the form.
That is correct.
And that would have been decided by the members of the MIDC.
Object the form.
Not necessarily.
Well, I'm a little confused then, because I thought they were the ones who were solely responsible for appointing their own members.
Object the form.
Well, if a council member, when they're elected, and a seat is vacant, and they step up to the plate and say, I would like to serve on that, then yes. If a council member does not, then not necessarily would they be appointed to it.
Did you step up to the plate when you beat your opponent?
Yes.
Object the form.
Who appoints members to the MIDC?
The board makes the appointments, as I understand it.
Okay, the actual MIDC board.
Correct.
City council does not.
Don't believe so.
Okay. How long are those terms on the MIDC?
Do not know.
Have you served continuously from 1999 to the present?
Yes.
How many members of the MIDC are there?
5 or 6.
Who serves as president of the board?
David Moore.
Is that the same David Moore that's the municipal judge?
That is correct.
It's the same David Moore that financed the DHT investment property.
Yes, it is.
Does the MIDC have bylaws?
Objection form.
I believe they do.
Okay. Do you know whether or not they would spell out how the board appoints its members?
Object the form.
Do not know.
Okay. Who else serves on the board with you currently?
Object the form.
Don Hickson, Stan Mercer, Randy Kaiser, myself, and David Moore.
And Mr. Mercer and Mr. Kaiser are also members of the city council.
Correct.
Is it fair to say that the board members serve at the discretion of the board members?
Object the form.
Don't know.
You said earlier that they're the ones that vote themselves either on or off the board. Is that correct?
Object the form.
That is correct.
So they serve at their own pleasure.
Object the form.
Did not say that.
If someone were going to get kicked off the board, who would vote for their removal?
Object the form.
The board members.
Does the city council have to approve the appointments before they're made?
Object the form.
Do not believe so.
So is it fair to say then you can serve as long as you want, as long as the other board members don't remove you?
Object the form.
Might say that.
What is the purpose of the MIDC?
Object the form.
To create economic development on behalf of the citizens of the city of Melissa
Okay, and how's the MIDC funded?
Object the form.
through a 1/2 cent sales tax revenue.
Do they get the 1/2 cent, or is that 1/2 cent divided between the 4A and 4B board?
Object
No.
the form.
No, they get a 1/2 cent.
Okay, they get a 1/2 cent, and then the 4B board gets a 1/2 cent.
Object the form.
Yes.
Okay.